Hi. So it's been a couple of weeks. I took a bit time off because my microphone, I think, broke down. I think it worked again, but by that point I had already ordered a new one, and so I thought, well, might as well. And then the moment I got the new microphone, I got sick. So I took a little bit of a break. And then while I was having my break, I thought maybe I should do a channel update. And not because this will be one of those last videos you ever see on a channel with me proudly proclaiming this is not the end of the channel. And then that was it. And there's no new video afterwards. No, this is more like I've since last year when I took a bit of a longer break because my cat died. I decided that I will not be as rigorous with the upload schedule anymore and occasionally take a week or so off because maybe I have a business trip, maybe I just want to enjoy life, have social stuff because I don't really pre-record much. I pretty much am recording on the day or a few days maximum before I post the video, which is, it works for me. I just don't have it in me to pre-record loads of stuff, so I have backlog. So when I go on vacation, I can, have endless recordings ready. I'm not that disciplined. I'm not that efficient, nor am I that professional. I am at work, but in my private time, I'm very greedy with my personal space and my personal time, and I like to do things I enjoy outside of the things I have to do because I'm an adult. So I decided that I will not, force myself to an upload schedule. I will try to keep specific upload dates. I did this last year. I found that I think my usual days were Wednesday and Sunday. That changed a lot in the last couple of months because I realized I don't like the Sunday because then the whole Sunday is off. I also found in the YouTube review, Let's Play review, content creator review, that Thursday and Saturday are apparently the most active days for my channel when it comes to engagement. So I will probably post on Thursdays and Saturdays, or maybe Wednesdays and Fridays, depending on what fits best. So I will try to keep, like, when I post, it will be probably at the middle of the week or at the end of the week, but who knows, it always will depend on when I have the time, when I really want to do something, etc. So I wanted to share that with you because previously I usually, not always, but I wrote like a little note in the community post. And at some point I was like, this is so depressing. The only community posts you get from me are oh, I can't make it this week, That's boring. And so I wanted to just give you the heads up to the I think half a dozen people, or maybe even a dozen people actually, that watch this regularly. That, yeah, there might be some weeks where I will not post anything, and let it be known, unless I write that I will be off for a couple of months, which might, be due to family stuff and more worse things, stressful work related or whatever things. I will probably only ever, take off a week or two maximum and then get back to it. And I want to keep this a regular thing because it makes me happy. I really enjoy it. I still do. And I get to discover a lot of really cool games and developers, which I usually don't because I'm very bougie when it comes to playing games on my own time without a camera on. Then it's always the big ones, the most expensive, the game of the year ones. And I'm sorry, I'm just that girl, And with this channel, I actually get to discover so many fantastic small little indie games, which leads me to the next point. So this channel is pretty much horror, a little bit of mystery now and then, and thriller, but mostly horror. And I want to keep it that way because horror games are my favorite. Like horror, I'm a huge horror nerd. Like I read horror books, horror graphic novels, I play horror games. So, it's the whole, I watch a lot of horror movies, even horror podcasts. So it's my whole, unfortunately, it is kind of my whole personality, at least for you. But anyways, I have a couple of games that are really decidedly not horror, but that I kind of wanted to play. I was considering for a while. There's this slapping game that made the rounds, I think 2024, where you just walk around and you slap things and people and you make the world better. And it's apparently a very funny game. It's a very short game. I think 3 to 4 hours maximum. So would be one of my game series, and I wanted to play this on this channel so much. Like, it tickles me, this idea, the concept of the game. And I might occasionally do another one of a very short indie horror game that's not specifically horror, and I hope that's fine, because I want to play things that I enjoy. I want to play things that look really fun and exciting. So, and I decided I want to maybe mix it up now and then, just to choose a game. And as I said, it will not happen very often that I will play a totally friendly, innocent, fun game. Because I am so drawn when it comes to storytelling to mystery, thrilling stories, drama, and horror, that it will probably just be the one-off occasion at times. But I just wanted to talk to you about this, that this will happen. That sometimes there might be a game where you're like, well, that doesn't really fit the horror theme. Yeah, because, I was in the mood for something else. Or I saw this game and was really intrigued and wanted to try it out. And then the third thing I wanted to just say or talk about is that usually I play two games each week. One is a very short game that's usually in the middle of the week, and then towards the end of the week, I play one episode of a longer game, one part of a longer game. And I realized that sometimes that's really annoying for myself, because I limited myself with this really stern upload schedule, in the way that I was always like, okay, one short game and then one longer game. Because the short game usually is necessary during the week, because I am spent after work. I don't have a lot of energy. I need to do household chores, and I don't enjoy household chores. Like, I'm not one of the, I don't breeze through them, I need to just really do the Kamehameha move before I venture into the dishes, Like, it takes so much mental energy for me to do the laundry and stuff. So I'm really spent. And then I want to play a short game because I want to do something fun, but I don't want to. That's the thing with short game. It doesn't take that long to edit, because when I play a 1 hour game, which I would really enjoy, I also would have to edit it. And it takes at least an hour. Like, editing usually takes a bit longer than the actual game is. It depends on how much you do, but I have to watch through the whole game again, and the longer it is, the longer it takes. And during the week, I'm like, I can't be bothered. And even sometimes during the weekend, I'm like, I can't be bothered. So I came up with this idea, okay, during the week, short game, and then in the weekends, a longer game and part of a series. But then I realized sometimes I play a game series where I actually want to do it in a straight line. No interruptions, just so I can maybe finish within a month, or because I'm interested in it, I don't want to wait a week until I play it. Maybe sometimes I also felt like I want to actually start 2 series, but I don't want to cram them in and then also do a short game. And so I realized, and this might seem silly to you because this is so obvious, because we're all adults here, I think, mostly. And it's so logical, but I never really thought about it, that I can just play, like, if I have a game series, I can also interrupt it for a couple of weeks, and play something else. If, for example, the game series annoys me or stresses me out, and I know I'm not in the mood today for the game series, so I play something else. But I also am not forced to do 1 game series episode a week. I can also do 2 if I want to, and I can also have 2 game series at the same time going, so I kind of switch them out. And I don't know why I put myself in the corner with the scheduling as I did, but I realized I will not do that anymore. I will basically play what I want. I will, unless it sucks ass, really try to finish every single game series I started. So even if there might be sometimes a longer pause between the next episode of a game series, I will continue it at some point. It just might be a while, because maybe I want to start a new series, maybe that's one of those things, Sometimes you have a drought. Nothing new comes out, nothing exciting. Even your backlog, you feel like, I'm not in the mood for any of these games, and then you start a game, and then suddenly so many new cool games come out, and you're like, now I have to wait, but I really want to start this, and that's why I want to be more flexible and self-caring about the games I actually want to play, that I'm like, okay, if I just started a game, but then a game comes out that I'm so excited about, or I didn't even know about it, but it looks so cool that I want to start this as well and basically do parallel games, then I might prioritize that new game. That shiny new thing, you know, and maybe then there's a week where I'm like, I can't be bothered to play a full longer episode, so I just want to do a very short thing, or I want to do a demo or whatever. So it will be more loosey-goosey, but I will really, really try to play everything to its completion. And if not, I will hopefully make a video like this and explain why I didn't continue it. Although it should never be that difficult to interpret, because all my Let's Plays are so heavily commented with every single thought I have while I'm playing, that if it's frustrating or impossible for me or unpleasant, you will know. You will know. Yeah, so that's it. So next, there's nothing really new. So here's another thing, because there will be like 5 people watching this, you know, so I can just ramble on as I always do. I always have a couple of ideas for essays, but they're really small. They're not those big YouTube gaming channel essays. So sometimes I just have short little neat things, as, I read this book from Lost and Called, this art book on Still Wakes the Deep, which I was so amazed by. Like, it's a beautiful book, and I wanted to talk about it. And then I'm like, I can't do it the way professional YouTubers do it. Like, heavily edited, pre-written. First of all, I don't enjoy it. Like, I've did it a couple of times in the past on this channel. There's a few essay form videos where I basically read the text and then put gameplay footage on it. And I don't enjoy that anymore. I used to do it on this channel. I used to work at my local radio station while I was studying 1,000 years ago. And I enjoyed it a lot back then. It was just audio, you know, with the essays. And I really like that. But nowadays, I don't enjoy that anymore. It's not, I don't have fun with it, you know. And I think for something that's so editing intensive, especially if you want to work with gameplay footage, or, I don't know, footage of a book or whatever, you need to enjoy the process. So what I will probably do, and this will make it a lot less professional, but a lot more fun for me, is just ramble on. Just do a video where I basically hold the book up or talk about the game while there's and then later I can edit the game footage in it, but I will not do an essay form thing. I will not write it because I don't want to. I don't enjoy that part. I like coming up with the ideas, so it might be more stumbling through my points. Of course, in editing, I can reduce it. If I feel like, okay, I'm repeating myself, or I'm getting nowhere with this one, I can edit it out, but it will be more freeform. You know, just me talking about something, and for example, in the Still Wakes the Deep example, that I still want to do it, because I have this idea of like 3 things I learned from the Still Wakes the Deep art book, which I actually learned it, and it was super interesting, and I want to do this. But then I was like, I actually wrote an essay. I wrote a whole thing, and then I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to record that. It sucks the fun out of it. And so I will probably do it as a freeform thing where I just hold up the book and then talk about it. And I might try this in the next year, just for funsies, just to see if I like it or not. And it will not have any schedule. It will not have any logical frequency. It will be so irregular. It will be so out of, like, I will maybe even say in one Let's Play video, I'm planning this, and then you will not hear about it for the next 6 to 8 months, because that's also how I work. You know, sometimes I do it immediately, and sometimes I just push it off until forever. Put it off, not push it off. Push it off the cliff and never rescue it back. But yeah, I want to do this because sometimes I do have thoughts about a game. And it might be even a game I haven't played on this channel, but I have played in my own free time. But yeah, I can't be bothered to do the whole essay shtick that a lot of cool YouTube content creators have. Because again, I just can't do, like, if it's for a professional channel that seriously makes money with this, you know, where they can say, I can do a part-time job or I can do this full-time, then it's different because then it's your job. But this is not my job. This is my hobby. This is something where I feel like it needs to balance in a way that I have a lot more fun with this than frustrating aspects. There are always frustrating aspects, you know, but I need to enjoy it a lot more than I'm annoyed by it. And so I want to try different things, and that's always a suggestion from people. Not in the comments. You're all lovely. Like, it's been a hot minute that I ever got a weird comment, because I get comments from lovely people, really cool, insightful stuff, you know, so, but on Reddit, I occasionally browse, you know, the Let's Play subs, and there it's always like, if you want to get more viewers, you need to change it up, do a lot heavily edited content, do essays and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to. I just don't want to. This is my hobby, you know. I don't have the energy. I don't have the youthful ambition of making this my job, you know. So yeah, that's another thing. And then, this is actually, we're going into the fifth thing, right? I said I have 3 things. Well, have some surprise things, I guess. And the fifth thing is, and this is more an observation. This is not, it has no impact on this channel, really, just my own observation. So in the last 5 to 6 months, this channel's followers or subs have been completely 100% stagnant. There's occasionally I get 1 follower and then I lose 1 again. I've been at 615 subs for months now. And I think it's because of my more irregular upload frequency. And I'm not uploading a lot of shorts. I also am not doing the kind of content that's currently on Vogue, which is why I was in those forums. Like, I am in a couple of Let's Play subs on Reddit, and they are so depressing most of the time because it's so many people trying to hack the algorithm to get to monetize their channel. And I think if you get to do, like, if you're going into starting a YouTube channel with that goal, more power to you, you know, do whatever it takes. But I started this channel in 2020 during COVID because I was burned out. Every single day was just work and then nothing, because you couldn't go anywhere, you couldn't do anything. And so I started this channel to have, to add a routine to my life that was not work. And I think whenever you do something like this, of course, at the back of your head, you're like, oh, what if this channel gets big, you know? And then I soon realized, no, this is not getting big. This will never get big because my sub count, it was always about 100 to 150 new subs for each year. And I thought, well, at least if I do it long enough, I can get to 1,000. I'm not believing this anymore because this year I've been, the channel has been so stagnant, and I feel like there's not lesser content I did. There's a couple of weeks where I took off and didn't upload something, but last year was even worse because of, you know, reasons. I think it's because of the games I chose. And this is where I get back to, this is a hobby. I chose a lot of games that no one talked about. That I wanted to play because they excited me and I really enjoyed them. And I was looking forward to them and I was like, I want to play this. Also, quite a few game genres. I think point and click horror games, for some reason, not a lot of people are into them unless it's the big ones. And I think, no, even the big ones, I think there's a certain... And that's also part of the hack the algorithm discussions, you know, where they will tell you what kind of games you have to play. Currently, I think it's co-op. You have to do co-op, or you have to play certain very specific games to get the views. And I don't do that. I want to play what I want to play. If I want to play a very niche indie game because it looks fun and exciting, then I will play that. And I think I shot myself in the foot by choosing these games, but at the same time, I did not, because I enjoyed myself playing these games. And I don't want to be so calculating in what games I will play. And so I also came to this realization, and it's kind of sad because the goal for this, I initially set because I read somewhere that only a tiny fragment of YouTube channels ever make it to 1,000 subs. So I thought, okay, I will never be a big channel. I will never really fully monetize my channel, but it would be cool to get to this goal in a way of I persevered. I did it, I stuck with it. And now I'm like, I don't think I can do it if I'm in basically an algorithm prison, where I don't get any reach because I don't pick the right games, where I don't upload 5 times a week, or where I don't upload heavily edited essay content, that tells you all about Elden Ring lore or whatever. And so, I could say, oh, okay, this is it, I give up because I will not grow anymore. But then I hate the growth mentality. It's a scourge on our economy and society and environment that we're continuously told that we need to grow more professional, that we need to get better, that we need to get more successful, that we need to have more. And I, for myself, decided I'll be damned if I stop this channel just because I don't grow any more subs again, because I actually still have people who engage with me, people who comment, who go into conversations with me. I, on a regular basis, have comments from the developers whose games I play, talking about their games. And this is so rewarding to me. This is really I always enjoy it so much when I get, when I do a Let's Play on a game and then a developer chimes in, this is beautiful. And the regulars I have, the 3 to 4 people that regularly comment and answer my stupid questions I ask in the Let's Plays, or that have their, interpretation of the games, that share them with me. I love that. That's why I'm doing this. It is so much fun. And I think I would be really considering ending this channel if there was not this aspect of us talking to each other, because then it would really feel like I'm screaming into the void and there's nothing. It's not doing anything back, but I'm getting something back. And that's why I feel like it doesn't matter how many subs I have, because I do get you watch my videos, you engage with me, you talk to me, and this is why I'm doing this. And this is a lot of fun. And so, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because it's been ringing in my head. Obviously, a stagnant channel, that's always concerning, because the next step is you losing subs, and you're getting smaller, which might also be the case at some point. But I want it because it has been in my head. And now and then it is frustrating. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, because, yeah, I know about that. It's a weird pressure to always grow. Growth mentality sucks. But also I'm part of the society. So obviously it feels like, what am I doing wrong? And then I know what I'm doing wrong. So I don't want to change what I'm doing wrong, So now what am I doing? And this is basically what I thought about the last couple of months whenever I saw the numbers. But yeah, so that's that. I now talked for over 25 minutes, so I will hopefully edit this down a little bit. But yeah, thanks for watching. This will probably have 3 views, so thank you very much. Also, if you have any thoughts on this, I mean, you don't have to. This was not a lecture, there won't be an exam on it. Just in general, if this made you think, or you have something to say, yeah. And thank you very much for being there, for being the reason why I'm still doing this, and being the reason why, yes, the stagnation is annoying, but it's not breaking my heart or whatever, because that would be stupid. That's the good thing about being a niche channel, because I know that if you're a big channel that really relies on the money of this channel, then losing followers or stagnating weirdly cuts harder, than if you're just a small, shitty little channel. Not shitty, but nichey little channel. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm saying goodbye and see you soon. Bye. This is my self-recorded outro song so I don't get hit with copyright claims. If you subscribe to a lot of fun tutorials, reviews, and let's plays.